we're ready to get started. We're doing another mat-based weights class. So like I said, all you need is the fairly light weights for this one. Everything we do is going to be something that you're probably going to want your lighter weights for your upper body stuff. All right, so starting with your feet out in front of you, we're going to do a little warm up. Just bringing some movement into your core to start. Swinging your hands side to side, tapping lightly, just getting everything moving. One more to each side. And then coming back to the center, we're going to swing our arms in and out across our chest. Beautiful. And then moving into our arm circles forward. And then our arm circles backwards. And then moving down into our elbows. Nice big circles in one direction. And in the other direction. And then wrists. Go the other way. And then squeeze those fingers in and out. Perfect. All right, from here, we're going to work on our lower body. So bring the feet in, plant them on the floor, lean back, start windshield wipering those knees, loosening up the hips a little. And maybe step them out a little wider. Do some nice wide windshield wipers as well. Beautiful. From there, stretch them right back out and windshield wiper the feet as well. And then just kind of scooch your feet back and forth, bop your knees up and down. Perfect. And then pick one foot up. Ankle rolls in one direction. And the other way. And then switch feet. And go the other way. Perfect. All right, so we should be nice and loosened up now, ready to get started. So we're going to move into a kneeling posture. And we're going to start with a twist and push. And we're going to move fairly slow today. We're going to practice our slow motion techniques to really work our muscles. So a lot of times you'll see people do this as a punching motion, like nice and fast. And you definitely can do that. It's great work for your muscles. It's also really great cardio. But today, what I want to do is focus on slow motion with a pause at the end. So you're really working those back muscles as you twist. And you hold that little pause right at the end. All right, we've got 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Key here, in addition to going super slow, is to make sure that you're keeping your belly and your glutes, even down into your thighs, squeezed in nice and tight. Beautiful, you got it. You guys look amazing. Slow, squeezed in. You got 20 seconds to go. Almost there. And time, perfect. All right. Up next, we're going to stay in this kneeling posture, and I'm going to go up a little bit and wait for this one. We're going to do three-way raises. So again, keeping the tummy squeezed in nice and tight. I'm going to do a raise out to the side, and then I'm going to do one on an angle like a V, and then I'm going to do one forward, and then I'm going to go right back out to the side. So 3 different angles, and then start back over. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. And you're trying to make sure as you're squeezing in nice and tight that your upper body's not swaying around too much. That's maybe an indication that your weight's a little too heavy for this exercise. You want to try to keep everything nice and rock solid. Beautiful. You guys look amazing. These raises really work the shoulders. And doing the three-way raises works all of the heads of the shoulder muscles. It's good to mix it up. If you only ever do lateral raises, you're really only working the back head. Almost there. Perfect. All right, set those weights down, shake everything out. And then from here, we're going to go over into a tabletop position. So make sure your space is clear. Maybe move stuff around a little bit. We're going to do rows. And we're going to do them from a tabletop. So this is going to really help isolate. We're going to do one arm and then switch to the other. So you're going to be in your row position, pulling up, really isolating those back muscles. And then at 30 seconds, I'll tell you to switch sides. You just roll it right on over and move into the other side. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Squeezing the shoulder blade in. Really focusing on pulling that weight up as high as you can. Halfway done with the first side. Switching in 5 seconds. And switch sides. Nice and steady, got it. Ten seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're gonna stay not quite in a tabletop position, but we're gonna move into a mountain climber position. And we're gonna do some nice slow motion mountain climbers, stepping that foot up and then stepping it back. Taking it slow and easy, focusing on squeezing the core in. 1 minute. Here we go. Let's step the foot up, squeeze the core, and then put it right back. If you can get that knee all the way up to touch the elbow, that's perfect. At any time you need to, you can put your knees down for a quick rest. Especially if you're not used to holding a plank position, it can be a challenge to go for a whole minute. If you need a little bit of relief, but you don't feel like you want to put your knees down, pop back into a down dog, shift the weight, and then come right back forward. You got 10 seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right, shake those arms out. From here, we're going to move into legs up the wall skull crushers. So what that means is you're going to lay flat on your back and send your legs nice and high. And you're just going to keep them there the whole time. So you're going to keep your core engaged, holding your legs up while you're doing your skull crushers right here. There's really going to be a lot of static work. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. If you can keep your feet flexed, that'll help keep your leg muscles engaged. Make everything work just a little bit harder. Check in with your breathing here. Make sure you can still take comfortable breaths. Maybe breathing a bit hard, that's okay. Nice and steady. You got this. Almost there. And time. Lower everything down. Stretch all the way out. Take just a second here to do that nice big good morning stretch. Stretch those abs out a little bit. Beautiful. And then our last exercise for this set, you're not going to hold weights at all. You're just going to put your arms out to the side for a little extra support. Bring your legs back up. You're going to scissor them out to the sides and then bring them across the center like you're crossing your legs. And then do the other leg on top. We've got 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Now, this is another one that you can do fast to add a little cardio. But today I want to focus on going slow and really squeezing that inside cross where you're going across your body to work on activating those inner thigh muscles. A lot of times we don't get those. So this is a good exercise for your core and to activate those muscles. Keep breathing. You got 20 seconds to go. You got this. Ooh, and time. All right, stretch it all out again. Do another one of those big good morning stretches. Whew, and then go grab some water. First set is done. We've got 2 to go. All right, go ahead and start resetting your space. That cushion if you need it for your knees. Get those weights in place. And then we are back to our twist and push. Now remember, as you start your second set, make any adjustments that feel good to you. Higher weight, lower weight, drop the weight altogether and just do it empty hand. Make any changes that make it right for your body. All right, we have 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice and slow. Really focusing on that push and hold at the end. Keeping everything squeezed in tight. You should hopefully feel it all the way down through your sides and back, maybe down into your glutes a little. Halfway done. Perfect. You guys look awesome. Almost there. And time. All right, from here, going into those three-way raises. One minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful. Yep, out to the side. And that V position. And then forward. You can have your feet flat or your toes curled under for support, whichever one feels better to you. You're over halfway there already. Almost done. Time. Nice. All right, from here, going into that supported row, 30 seconds on each side. So grab the weights that are right for you. One minute on the clock. Here we go. Remember, really focusing on squeezing that shoulder blade into the center of your back. And you can change your hand position if you need to. Some people prefer to do this one palm flat. Some people prefer to come up on their knuckles to give a little more height. Switching in 5 seconds. And switch sides. If you have access to a yoga block or a prop and you want to bring yourself up just a little bit higher, you can use that, or even a big book to set your hand on right there as well. Right there at the end, you got it. And time. Perfect. All right, from here, moving into position for those mountain climbers. So make sure your weights are out of the way. And then we've got 1 minute on the clock. Nice and slow, focusing on that crunch. Here we go. Beautiful, you can do it. Coming up on the halfway point. Remember, if you need to, you can drop your knees or just pop up into that down dog for a moment and then get right back to it. "15 seconds to go. You got this." Keep breathing. And time. Whew. Shake those arms out. Give yourself a quick break. And then we're going down on our backs for legs up the wall skull crushers. Now, if you find that legs straight up the wall is a little more challenging than you're looking for, try it in the reverse tabletop with your knees bent and see if that's a little better for you. Or stick with the original. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful. You guys are amazing. You are working hard this morning. I can always tell it's a good workout when the sweat starts to fog up my glasses and I can't see. We're definitely there. You got this, guys. Almost there. Time. Set those weights to the side. Stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms out overhead. Give it a nice big good morning stretch. And then our last one, those wide scissors or rainbow legs with the cross in the middle. So send those legs back up, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Squeeze it in where your thighs come together. Really activate those muscles. You got this. You can do it. Feeling the burn in my abs for sure. 20 seconds to go. Bring your hands up to give a little extra support if you feel like you need it. Or keep them out to the side for support on the floor, palms down, or flip them over, palms up. Find what works for you. Time. All right, stretch those legs out again. Nice and big. Let everything relax. And then go grab some water. That is 2 sets done, 1 set to go. All right. You guys are killing it today. Go ahead and get set up for that twist and push again. Coming back into the middle. Again, as we start the 3rd set, make any adjustments you need to, lighter or heavier, making any modifications necessary to make it work for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Squeezing in, pausing at that point where you're nice and stretched out, really making those back muscles work. Beautiful. And every body is different. So you may find that the exercises I go light on are ones you go heavier on. And when I grab my heavier weights, you may need to stick with light ones. That's okay. We all have different things that we're working with in our individual bodies, which is why I always say make it work for you. Almost there. 5 seconds to go. Time. All right, moving into those 3-way raises. Still squeezing in nice and tight. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Out to the side, up for the V, and then right down the center. Perfect. If you skip one, it's not a big deal. Just make sure you hit it on the next one. Over halfway there, guys. Almost done. And time. Beautiful. Set those weights to the side. All right, moving down into our supported row. Again, grabbing whatever weight works for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. You got it. 10 seconds left on this side. Switching in now. Perfect. "15 seconds to go. Almost there. Time. All right, going into those mountain climbers. This is your last set. You can do it. Making sure your space is clear. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Step the foot up as high as you can. Squeeze those abs in. And pop up into that downward dog whenever you need to. This is the third round, so you've already got some muscle fatigue going on. Nice and steady. Keep breathing. You're halfway there. Maybe do that quick down dog and then get right back into it. "15 seconds to go. You can do it. Almost there. And time. Whew, all right. Stretch those arms out. Maybe give the shoulders a shake. And then we're down on our backs for legs up the wall with the skull crushers. I'm gonna be smart and go ahead and take my glasses off this time. They were getting super foggy last time. All right. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice and steady. Trying to keep the feet flexed. Your legs may not be straight up the wall anymore. That's okay. Remember, you can pop down into that reverse tabletop anytime, or even set them down on the floor if you need to. Or just try to keep them straight up. Up to you. Choose your own adventure here. You're more than halfway there. Almost done. Time. Beautiful. All right, set those weights off to the side. And lastly, we have those side scissors or rainbow legs. Take that big stretch. Give your abs a little relief first. Whew, and then send those legs right back up. Last round, you got this. 1 minute, here we go. Remember the squeeze in the middle. And you can always add a little extra support with your hands as your legs are coming out to the side, depending on what's going to feel good for you. Halfway there. You can make any adjustments you need to bring them up further, or even lower them down a little if that's what you need. Almost there. 5 more seconds. You can do this. You can do anything for 5 seconds. Time. Beautiful. Squeeze them in. Knees to your chest. And then stretch them all the way out. One more deep breath in and let everything go. And then grab some more water. And that is it. All we have left is our final stretch. Whew, you guys are amazing. All right, bring it in. Stretch those feet out in front of you. Take a nice deep breath in, bring your arms up overhead, and lean forward. Reach towards your toes, and just hang here for a second. And then slide your hands up your legs, come all the way back up. And then you're gonna bring your feet out nice and wide. I'm gonna do a side bend over to one side, again, reaching towards those toes. Stretching everything out. We worked our core pretty hard today, so we definitely got to give it a break. Coming back up to the center, and then go to the other side. Nice big stretch there, all through your side body. And then come back up to center. And then with your legs still nice and wide, bring those arms up overhead again. And reach all the way forward. Stretch through the back of the legs. Maybe feel it a little through the center of your back. And then walk your hands in nice and slow. From here, you're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together. Maybe use your elbows to push down just a little. Lean forward and stretch through the inside of your hips, the inside of your thighs. Take another breath here. And then come up nice and slow. From here, we're actually going to go all the way back down on our backs. And we're going to finish off with a little more of that nice big good morning stretch. So coming down flat on your back, first you're going to squeeze one knee in with the other foot stretched out. And then switch knees. And then bring both knees into your chest. Bring them in close together first. And then go ahead and bring them out a little bit to the sides, maybe like they're reaching up towards your armpits. And then from here, reaching them all the way out nice and long, hands all the way up over your head. If you had that pillow for your knees and you want to put it under your hips here, it'll even open your back up just a little bit more for a nice ab stretch. But if not, you can just lay flat on the floor. Nice big stretch. Reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes. And then let everything soften. Beautiful. From here, find your way back up. And you are all done. If you're like me, you got pretty sweaty, so your reminder to hydrate today. It's important, especially when you exercise, to make sure you drink plenty of water. And I will see you guys all next week.